Alright, so if I did this right, we're going to be streaming. I think I am streaming. Just checking. Aha, looks like we're good. Cool. So I am just working away tonight and kind of felt like it might be nice to have some company. So I thought I would sign on and stream for a while and see if anybody comes to hang out. If you do, welcome. I'm excited to have you. And if it's just me working, that's fine too, because that's what needs to happen tonight. All about that. So the maps that I'm working on currently are LK Wyman's maps for her forthcoming book series, A Tale of Blood and Water. I have the inking finished, and so I am just doing the watercolor work tonight. So typically for watercolor work, I start in a different manner than what I'd started now, but we needed to do a lot of Photoshop with these maps in order to get the rest of the logos and the labeling done properly for the book version. So I am working in a different manner this time, which should be interesting for me. So we will see how it goes and carry on. Hi, Saxon. What are you doing? I'm gonna move my water over. I feel like that will reduce the stress. Hi, puppy. What's up? So what I'm just doing right now is putting down a wet wash to help the color flow once I start putting color on here, because I'd like it to move out from the spot I'm going to put it down at pretty quickly. I don't know if it shows well on the camera, but I've actually got a thin bead of liquid frisket around all of my land masses to hopefully keep my watercolor, like literally the color of my water, from bleeding into those land masses. So cross your fingers that that works the way I hope it does. I've never tried working backwards like this before. Alright. Moment of truth. I think it's working. Oh my goodness, you guys, I think it's working. This could be amazing. Hi, Darcy. How are you? I'm glad you think that will be peaceful. That's exciting. What are you studying? Pioneer myth. Which pioneers specifically, if I can ask? Because that sounds actually quite fascinating. And yes, oh my goodness, the anxiety about this working out. It is real. I feel like this is going to be one of those streams where I don't look up as often as I could until this part is done. Oh my goodness. Australian ones. Oh, even more interesting. The only context I have for that is Canadian, so very cool. I didn't realize that you were perhaps in Australia, Darcy. Have I asked that before and am I just forgetting? I might be. I apologize for how loud Saxon is being tonight. He's very upset with me that I've been working all day. He is throwing his toys down the stairs in complaint. Okay, well, now that I know that you require some evening streams, I will do better than at that. I'm so sorry. The emojis are a little strange. You are completely right. part of me is like, oh my goodness, use a smaller brush, have more control. And then the rest of me is like, no, you will be here for all of the wrong amount of time if you do that. And it won't give you the texture you want anyway. It is scented. It is from Cantrip Candles, which is a company out of, I think, California in the United States that does Dungeons and Dragons or like other tabletop RPG themed candles. This one is called Dungeon Depths, and they say it smells kind of mossy and like stone to kind of give you that underground kind of feeling. I don't know that I would necessarily say like underground, but it's pleasant. Like it's kind of a woodsy kind of smell. I enjoy it. I bought myself the sample pack so that I could smell all the different ones, or most of the different ones. And it has been a very fun adventure just on its own, smelling all of these candles. My favorite so far has been the Gold Wheat Bakery, which somehow legit manages to smell like rising bread. And I'm a baker, so I'm somebody who's quite particular about the smell of yeast, and they nailed it. I'm not sure what their magic is, but they got it completely right. So, very cool. It was expensive for shipping because I'm in Canada, but I think worth it. I've ordered a few more just to have for myself. I like having a candle burning while I work, particularly on days like today. Like we're heading into winter, it's bloody cold here today. And I just like being cozy. Having a candle burning really helps with that. I'm realizing my voice sounds terrible. Sorry, friends. Sound like I have been eating frogs. Oh, get off. Saxon is completely convinced he is the most neglected dog in the world today. Oh, dude. You're fine, buddy. Yes, I've heard that Melbourne is wildly expensive. I can completely understand needing to share space in order to make school more affordable. I did that for a very long time, so hats off to you for doing what needs to be done. I do get that it impacts your atmosphere abilities, though. That was something that I had to be really aware of when I was sharing space with other people, too. Hi, Saxon. Yes, I know, you are distraught. How much longer are you in school for, Darcy? Cool. Liberal arts, hey, that's exciting. I am a huge proponent of liberal arts degrees. Big time. I think they teach people how to think about the world, and I think that's in short supply lately. Mm-hmm. Yes, I hear you about med costs and having drugs that make your brain easier to deal with. I'm very fortunate that my partner has very good insurance. My life would be radically different if he didn't. It changes everything for me. I think it's a real shame that we live in a world where like meds are not considered a necessity of life that is just covered. I feel like there's enough money in the world where that should be a doable thing. That would be my idealist soapbox that my husband is constantly warning me about standing on too much. Hey, Doodle. What you doing? You bored because Mom's working? Hmm? They reassess every 6 months? Oh my goodness, that just sounds ludicrous. I guess, like, weird question, but is there a problem with the resale of ADD meds on, like, a black market there? Like, are they just trying to control prescriptions? Because, like, it's fairly common here. Yeah, no kidding. That seems very ridiculous to me. I'm sorry, love. That just sounds really unfortunate. and Saxon's barking in the yard. He's being such a monkey today because he knows that I'm working and he's sad about it. He just wants all kinds of time. Well, maybe doing it is a thing, but like honestly, you're not just lazy. Like that is the worst bloody thing you can say to anybody with ADD. There's so much more going on in their head than what most people could even shake a stick at. At least that's what I've been told by the friends of mine who have it. I can't imagine. My brain is annoying enough to deal with most days. I really hope my dog just chills out, you guys. This is not okay. Being a super nuisance tonight. Just like a super trooper, but not. Oh my goodness. Saxon, just stop. Thank you. Insurance based on your job, hey? I'm not familiar with how that works in Australia. In Canada, we have our own insurance tends to be linked to employment. Yeah, and you're right. Like it creates huge disparities in who can access services. But there's also something that's very like public in terms of our Blue Cross coverage. So in theory, there's a fallback for everyone, but like I would argue that that doesn't happen in practice nearly as much as people would like to say it does. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry because I think I need to not mess it up further. So let's start doing some land. Hi, dog. What were you barking at? You're just trying to get my attention because you're mad? Come here. Hi. Oh, it's raining. You're wet. Okay. Yes, I see your bowling pins. I know. Yeah, I thought the edges would look nice darker. I think I need to do more on this side. Kind of balance that out. He is actually, as of today, 2-year-old German Shepherd. He is about 100 pounds, so he's a little over 5 foot long from the tip of his nose to the end of his tail. And he's about 2 foot at the shoulder, so he's pretty big. He has a lot of energy, and he gets bored very easily. And he likes to play all the damn time. And I normally don't complain about that. No, I'm working. Not right now. Thank you. Normally I don't complain about that, but I've been at my desk all day today, so he's been quite frustrated. He definitely does not get the idea of a due date. Probably because he has no due dates in his entire life. Nope. That was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. Shoot. This is why I gotta stop touching things. Stop touching it. I'm 5'10", so I can handle him fairly well most of the time. But yeah, he's a big one. He's definitely a big one. We've had him for about a year. He was a rehome from another military family that couldn't take him with them when they got posted. So it's different trying to integrate a puppy that you didn't get to train. He's got some pretty terrible habits. But that's okay. We're learning to work with him. Yeah, you are not kidding about the no undo option. I find that it ultimately teaches me a lot because there is no undo. But it seems to reward a particular kind of naive bravery. Brave naivety, that was what I wanted to say. In that you just have to try it and you're going to know if it goes or if it doesn't go. And then you go from there. I don't work very much digitally. I've just barely gotten into doing some addendums to my maps with digital media, like doing lettering and stuff like that. And I think the possibilities within digital art are just huge, and I'm looking forward to doing more of it. But it's definitely also got a learning curve that I'm a little bit intimidated by, not gonna lie. It is a thing. Hi, Doodle. Yes, I have your pin. Alright, so let's move off the water for a minute so that I don't break my brain trying to fix this. It's not actually broken. I'm looking at it in the camera, it does actually look okay. So, fantastic. What colors do I need here? I'm not throwing this for you, Saxon. No, you can take it with you. That's fine. Thank you. Oh, I had paint left in that brush. No good. I think I'm gonna have to go trade out my water. That's really blue already. Just give me 1 second, I will be right back. Hi, you. All right, let's continue. You're in the mapping group then, I'm guessing. Do I know your name from the group? I'm not recognizing your YouTube handle. But yeah, the mapping groups are some of my favorite places to be on Facebook. They're really constructive and people are genuinely helpful. And it's just nice to be immersed in a creative community. You followed the link I posted. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you decided to come hang out. I tend to live stream on Thursday mornings, but I've gotten feedback from people, not specifically Darcy, but in Darcy's position, where morning daytime doesn't work for them for whatever reason. We're in different places of the globe, it's work time, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to make myself available for streams at different times, and then more people can hang out, because that's always fun. Oh, for sure. This is the Fantasy Maps and Worlds group on Facebook, Darcy. I'm an admin there, so definitely go find the group. You have to answer the questions or we won't let you in, because that's the only thing we can do to control our membership. But you should definitely come check it out. It's totally awesome. You're in New England. Okay, awesome. So that makes it quite a bit later where you are, I think. It's 8 p.m. my time. You are closer to 10 or 11? Darcy, I don't even know what time it would be where you are. I'm sorry, love. Don't actively track Australia time. I should. I have friends there, but we don't often speak. 10 p.m. there, that's what I thought. Mea culpa, please forgive me. It's noon. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'd get a whole lot more done today if it was noon again. This has been such a busy day for me. In Melbourne. Nice. What brought you back to the States or brought you to the States? If you feel like talking about it, no pressure. It's also Wednesday. Yes, no, it is definitely Tuesday in Canada. And it has been a cold and rainy and gross Tuesday here. We're heading into winter. It is obvious in the weather, and I am unimpressed about it. My friend Kelly is in Melbourne. And one day I will get there. That sounds wonderful. "19 sounds so good." 19 is like normal summer weather for us. Hi, Saxon. Yes, you're a good boy. No, not on my desk. I'm working. Thank you. I love Greek food. So tasty. I live in a very, very small town, and there is not a lot for restaurants here. So I try to make sure I get myself to something delicious when I'm in the next closest city. So you're definitely not somebody that coriander tastes like soap for then, Darcy? I love it too. Let's see if I can turn this light down a little bit so I'm not blinding the screen right out. Is that maybe a little bit better? I don't know if it is or not. It's not better for me because I can't see what I'm doing. Alright. Parsley. Parsley is honestly sometimes just a waste of time, in my opinion. Sometimes it's like, okay, I understand why this is important, and other times I'm like, oh no, this is just not good. Thank you. It's sometimes really hard to just judge what people are seeing from what I can see in my display. So I appreciate the feedback so much. Hi, Doodle. What are you doing? I love puns. I love puns so much. You've just made my night. Puns are amazing. Hey, Myrna. I love you too. A muscle relaxant. Hey, your day has been that good. Okay, we'll do the thing. I hope tomorrow is better. Call me if you need anything. Oof, that's dense. Back that up a little. That's better. This map actually belongs to a novel. Um, it's going to be going into LK Wyman's outcoming series, A Tale of Blood and Water. And so this is going to be the color version that is specifically for her to hang in her own workspace. And then the black and white version is going into the front of her books, which is very exciting for me. I'm really stoked. I'm very honored that I got asked to be part of this project. It is super cool. I'm thrilled. It is just so neat. Thank you. It was a lovely surprise. She found me through Instagram and was like, I really love what you do. Do you want to do this? And I was like, yes. That sounds like a ton of fun. Let's do it. I would like to do this more. I think this is probably my favorite reason and like to do cartography. I love bringing other people's worlds together for them. The collaborative aspect of it is just so cool. Like, so very, very cool. Um, I've done a number of commission pieces now, and I just I get something out of it every time. Every new map brings me something different that I've never done before, that I've never tried. And every client is different to work with, and I learn something from each of them, and it's just so amazing. I am very, very fortunate to get to do this with people. It's also just an incredible trust. Like, people work for years and years on these worlds that they're building, and then to hand over an aspect of it to someone else and say, hey, can you try to make something that matches my vision, is just, wow. It's kind of mind blowing. Hi, Saxon. What you doing? Are you gonna sit on the sofa? Okay. Good boy. Could you stop throwing your toys around while I'm streaming? That'd be super cool. Like, you have no idea how cool. Yeah, yeah, in some ways I really am, I think. A tour guide's a good way to put it. Oh, that's a super smart cheat, man. That's fabulous. I think if I ever venture to proficiencies with Photoshop, I may take you up on that. I'll credit you, though. I learned this from someone in my live stream one night. I find that to be the case as well. It just. Well, if you don't want to tell me who you are, that's fine. um, I don't know that I would know just based on what you've said. Um, I think digital art is useful. I think it definitely has its place. Um, there's a lot that I think it does better than traditional media, but I love traditional media. I am very, very old school, so it's definitely definitely something that I keep coming back to, even when I think I should be doing other stuff and kind of advancing with the times. Am I just frozen, hey? Hmm. Okay, what can I do about that? No, I don't think it's on your end, because now that I look up at my feed, my image is not moving either. Okay, I'm gonna drop this, and then I think I am going to boot it back up. So let me know if it comes back, I guess. We will give it a shot. Boris Vallejo is awesome. Julie Bell, I'm not familiar with. So interesting. Okay, gonna boot this one, and then we will try again. See you guys in a minute. Okay, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.